worship therapy. Worship as a way of transforming your marriage. Your worship can give you a 360-degree turnaround in your marriage. Because the truth of the matter is, faith is the bedrock of every achievement in life. It is faith that helps us pull through difficult times, to stay positive, and to even get wherever we are going to. Ultimately, for us as Muslims, the final destination is paradise. And to get to paradise, you have to work for it. And one of the major work you need to do is that worship. So I call this part of my marriage therapy Ibadah therapy. There's dua. I know a dua therapist, Hamdallah Sani, who says, dua represents so much for you and I. It is our link to our Creator. You know that for everybody, there is a communication system by which you get to them. There is a way you can talk to your father or your mother or your children. There are some languages you use when you are talking to different personalities that are in your life. One of the ways you talk to your Creator is through worship. It's through dua. You know, it is said that if you want to make requests to Allah, if you want to beg God for whatever it is you want in life, that you should make dua and pray to Him. But if you want Him to talk to you directly, then you should read your Quran. So, and that is why I put these three together in one place: dua, ibadah, and Quran. Dua represents so much for everyone. It is prayer. It is making supplications to God, because the truth is, who are you going to ask if you don't ask the Creator? From your whatever little age you have in life, if you are 20, 30, 40, whatever is your experience in life, even if you are young or old, you will have known by now that you cannot rely on creatures. You cannot rely on any human being, because no human being has ever promised you that I'm going to give you ultimate happiness, I'm going to give you joy, I'm going to give you fulfillment, I'm going to solve all of your problems. There is no one human being that can solve all of your problems. But Allah promised us that He was going to do it. So if the person that created you, if Allah who created you has told you that you should ask Him and that He's going to give you what you want, then why else will you not ask Him? So dua represents a lot for us as Muslims. It is the link we have with our Creator. And Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, that is the second chapter of the Quran, verse 186, and when my servants ask you, He's referring to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, concerning me, then tell them that I am indeed near to them. I respond to the invocations of the supplicant when he calls me. So let them obey me and believe in me, so that they may be led aright. So it is a matter of cause and effect. When you ask Allah, He will give you. If you don't ask, He may give you, but it is better that since He has told you, He wants you to ask. And it's even said that sometimes Allah may delay sometimes the answer to your prayers, or not give you exactly what you want at that particular point in time, because He wants to continue to hear your voice. So it is important that we make that connection. Look at it like a phone connection that should never be broken. That should never be broken. If you are calling somebody, a friend or whatever, to request for something, there is a number of means you do before you break the call. But Allah is saying here that you should maintain that connection with Him and should never let it get broken at any stage of your life. When you are in problem and when you are not in problem. When you are rich and when you don't have anything. At all periods of your life, when things are going well and when things are not going well, you should maintain that connection with Allah. That is the only way that you will see a turnaround in your marriage. And a lot of people have reported that when they purified their thoughts and intention, and when they rededicated themselves back again to worship, then they began to see a shift in the character or in the behavior of their spouse, leading to a better marriage. So here is the thing. Don't see marriage as just me and my wife or me and my husband kind of thing. Yes, marriage is a union between two individuals, but remember that at the head of the triangle of marriage is God. And so I like to represent it in form of a triangle, that when the husband is here and the wife is there, on top of that pyramid or whatever is Allah, the Creator. So that He's the manual by which you guide all the issues in marriage. And in the first place, if you were even following His dictates and His injunctions, all of these issues that you are having with your spouse, you people will not be having it. It is because we have derailed from the path He has laid out for us. That's where we are. So we need to come back to the drawing board and make Him again the center of Allah. Allah should be the center of your existence. Let your life revolve not around your spouse but around Allah. The issue is this: when you set your relationship very well with Allah, your relationship with your spouse will start to improve, because Allah is the turner of heart. He's the one that is in control of the heart of that your spouse that you want to change. And so one dua I like to make is Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, Thabbit Qulubina ala dinik. Oh Allah, the changer, the turner of hearts, turn our hearts to the path of your deen, to your religion, to your worship. These are the du'as that we should be, and there are a plethora of du'as. There are many, many du'as that you can do, and you will see that they actually work if you are consistent in doing them. One of the things we need to do in terms of du'a is to pray with the beautiful names that He has set forth for us in the Quran. Allah has 99 beautiful names that we are aware of, and we are to call Him because each one is tied to a different aspect of life. This is something that we don't know. One of the problems we have as Muslims is that growing up, we were not taught how to make dua. We only know all the normal. There are some particular invocations that we were just taught in Arabic school or in Islamic school. So you say Rabbana, you recite Fatiha and all that. But to actually have that deep connection like you are talking to your friend, most of us didn't know how to do it. And I'm now calling on all of us to try to learn and to establish that, because when you know how to pray with the 99 names of Allah while calling Him, with each particular name related to whatever it is you are seeking, you will see the results manifest in your life. And I'm saying this as a matter of experience from what I've seen by myself. For instance, when you are desperately seeking for wealth or for income or for increase in income, in wealth, in money, in riches, whatever, to continue to pray with Ya Ghani, Ya Mughni, Ya Razak, which all interpret the enricher, the rich one, the one who gives wealth, Al-Razak, Al-Wahhab, the one that will bestow on you any gift He wants to bestow on you, things like that. So you pray in that respect. If you are lacking patience in marriage and you really, really want to get this patience, you can say, Ya Sabur, Saburni, oh the patient one, grant me patience. Things like this. Ya Salam, give me Qalbu Salim, give me a tranquil heart. The peaceful one, grant me a peaceful heart. Things like that. These are all du'as that are available to us. We need to dig deep, and that's why that seeking for knowledge that I discussed last week is very important. That you seek knowledge on the ways by which you can worship, so that it will translate to a better marriage for you. So you need to learn how to word your du'a, how to feel connected with the prayer you are making. You don't make du'a as lip service, just muttering some things from your lips or some recitations that really do not connect to your heart. How do you feel towards the one that you are praying to? How do you feel towards Allah? You're supposed to come to Allah begging, beseeching, groveling, seeking, for knowing that you are totally powerless without His help and His mercy. And then to stay positive while you are waiting for your response. Many times we get impatient and we get tired. I've been praying like this for 10 years and Allah is not answering me. The Prophet ﷺ has told us that in and of itself is a way to make your dua not be answered. The point you reach where you say, oh, in fact, I'm tired, I've been asking, that is where you miss it out completely. But to stay positive and to know that there is something Allah is keeping for me and there's a time that He's keeping it for me, it's just that I don't know the time. And it will be the best time when it finally comes. So the Prophet ﷺ has also told us that only dua can change that qadar. You know that every time things happen, we say that is our destiny, that is our destiny. But we are being told that even in destiny that is written down from before you were born, it can be changed when you pray. So the Quran contains many verses in which believers made dua. So the prophets made dua, and we are to copy all those dua, all of the prophets. For instance, you have Yunus in the belly of the whale. That is a situation where there is nobody that can ever help you again in this world. You can imagine you have been swallowed up by a whale. That is the end of your life. So there are sometimes where your problems will drown you, literally drown you under an ocean of frustration and depression. And the only thing you can do will be, for instance, to make the kind of dua that Anabi Yunus made, which was La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. And there are so many duas like this in the Quran where the particular prophet was so much desperate, he didn't know what else to do. And when he made that dua, immediately Allah answered him.